Well, I'm on my way outside. I want to take a look at my garden. I haven't been out for a couple days because I had a little bit of a falling accident, and had to go see the doctor on that one. But here we go. Let's go check out my garden. Well, this is October the 10th, and I'm looking at the temperature, and it's almost 90. And let's see here. Now this is interesting because I actually saw that this was empty or close to empty. So I filled it back up, and I can see the hummingbirds, for the most part, I think have flown south for the winter because they're not hitting this feeder very hard. And here's my squash. Now my wife told me that there's some tomatoes out here that need picking, and she said there were also some green beans. So, but I'm looking at the squash, and I don't see any squash that need picking. Now this is a squash that was planted late summer. I'd say around July, middle part of July, I think. And it's, I don't know what to think about it. Maybe it'll produce, maybe it won't. But I'm not sure if it's getting enough sunshine or not. For the most part, I think the squash have had it for the year. I don't think they're going to produce anymore. But I could be mistaken. I see a little squash down here. Can you see it? Here's a little squash. But I think they've kind of given up for the year. And over here, here's some more little squash over here. Can you see them? They're sure looking spindly, looking beat up. Now over here where there was a squash growing, I planted some spinach, and you know what? It has germinated. Can you see the little spinach plants coming up? I planted about 14 maybe spinach plants, and I'm pleased to see that they've germinated and they're coming up. It's good news. And here's my onions. And they've done exceptionally well. It's not surprising to me because they do grow onions out here in the farmland, and they do quite well. But these came from seed. They were raised from seed, and they're doing pretty good. And here's my chives, and they're doing pretty good too. They were once filled a pot, and but they're dying back some, but I'm not sure if they're totally finished yet. We'll see. Now over here's my pepper plants. And they're doing pretty good. We've harvested a lot of peppers from this. Yeah. But I don't see any new blooms on them. And I think for the most part, they probably have done all they're going to do this year as far as growing peppers. Now, over here some tomatoes, my tomato plants. There's quite a few of them. And they look nice and healthy. Nice and green. So I'm gonna pick some of these tomatoes while I'm here real soon, but maybe not right this minute. And here's my bean plants. Now these were planted not in the spring, but midsummer, and they haven't done as good as the ones in spring, but they did come up. You can see the flowers in them. And look how the onions have drooped over into the beans. Yeah. Here's a nice tomato. I think I'll snoop around here in the garden and start picking some of these tomatoes. I see lots of tomatoes to pick. You know, when they get a little bit orange like this, you should pick them, because I understand they're not going to get any bigger, and that you can finish the ripening process in the house to keep the birds away. But I'm gonna video myself picking these tomatoes right here. See, they're not big cherry tomatoes, but heck, a tomato after a pandemic and times like this, pretty good. So tomatoes in the store, they're quite expensive. I forget the price, but they're way up there. It's worth growing them. It really is. I'm very glad that I have some kind of a garden in these hard times. And when we shop around, you see a lot of homeless people. I feel sorry for them, and I count my blessings, okay? I count my blessings, because it's a good time to be doing that. Times are not good for the United States. But look at all the blooms. I'm still getting blooms. I can't hardly believe it. Here's some more. get to pick me some tomatoes. It's kind of gratifying to pick tomatoes. And being cherry, that means I got a lot of picking. There's some more. Let's take a look. You know, these tomatoes have made it through 100-degree days, okay? And I mean, it stayed at 100 or over 100 for 2 months. And I had to put shade screening over them to protect them, to keep them alive. And of course now I've taken the shade screening off. And I'm glad I took the effort, because I wouldn't have been picking tomatoes right now for sure. Oh, let's go around the other side. Oh, look at the tomatoes here. Oh my goodness. Look at them. I have got tomatoes galore. This plant has really produced tomatoes. I'm going to have more tomatoes than I can eat, but you know what? I make tomato sauce out of them. And you can do that with cherry tomatoes. You can make tomato sauce. Boy, this one doesn't want to come off. There we go. Let's go over here. Look at this one. Boy, that's a big one. Yeah. That's the kind I like. Well, it's getting close to trick or treat time, and I bet there's a lot of gardeners that are harvesting right now, this moment. I'm not going to buy a pumpkin this year. They cost too much. I think they want $8 for a pumpkin, something close to it. Used to buy a pumpkin and cut it, make a face on it. I don't think I'm going to do that this year. It's too wasteful. I mean, gee whiz, you can make pumpkin stew out of it or something, you know. Oh, I see a big one. You see it? Probably should try to get it from the other side. But I'm going to get it while I see it. Here's some more. Oh, that's not quite ripe. Let's wait for this little bit thing down here. Okay. I got some nice green ones coming up. Look at that. Here's one that's ready. Boy, you ought to hear some of the cars that are on the road. They sound like they're on their last leg. And I can see why. You know, it's expensive to get a car fixed these days. And that's if you can get the part. And then the gasoline, oh jeez. We're paying about $3.75 for a gallon of gas. And we're fortunate because it's a lot more than that other places. But you know, like I say, I live in Boneyville, and it's Las Cruces. People out here, they just don't make that kind of salary to afford those kind of prices. But it's a peaceful community. I like Las Cruces. You're kind of free out here. They don't have all those laws. Can't do this, can't do that. You know, living out here, there's no smog test. You don't have to have a smog test, a safety inspection once a year. None of that crap. You know, if your car is not in good shape, then you're going to end up stranded somewhere in a desert. So you better keep it in pretty good shape. Here's some more tomatoes. Another one. Well, I picked that one pretty clean. Here's one down here I haven't got yet. Look at my bell peppers. Look how nice. Huh? The weather's cooling off some. They're not getting the sun scald that they were getting before. So I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe they'll get really big. I don't know. But I'll take little peppers, big peppers, any kind of peppers. I think next year I'm going to buy the big gem chili peppers, because that's what they grow out here and hatch. So, and over here is some zinnias. I planted these by seed, and look how big they've gotten. Look how big. They're over 6 feet tall now, these zinnias. Really pretty. I think they are anyhow. It's nice. Really nice. I hope you're finding this movie kind of peaceful, because I like to make peaceful videos. The world's crazy right now. I think we need to be looking for peaceful things to keep ourselves mentally, you know, optimistic, and prepare for the future. You know, I don't want to go into the future all depressed and burn out. Seems like everywhere you look you find tomatoes out here ready to pick. So I'm going to go inside here. Let's see what's happening. You know, I told you I fell and I cracked a rib. I was in an arroyo, and that's how it happened. I was hiking in an arroyo, and I lost my balance. Fell off of a boulder and fell pretty hard. And I'm hurting, you know. I went to see the doctor. I tried to avoid the emergency room. That's the place you want to avoid. unless you're dripping in money, and I'm not one of those, because they charge you more emergency, you know that, of course. But my doctor was able to see me. I got some x-rays, and sure enough, it's a cracked rib, you know. And I'm just dealing with the pain, but I felt good enough today to get out, and I wanted to see my garden, and I didn't realize how many tomatoes there were out here. There are quite a few tomatoes. But you know what I'm not hearing right now? I'm hearing traffic on the hill, but I'm not hearing birds. I'm not hearing any birds. I don't hear any finches, sparrows, anything. And I'm kind of used to hearing that. But no, not today. The birds have gone away. Yep. Now there's a tomato. It's actually on the other side. I'm going to have to get that one from the outside. But look, still got balloons. Yeah. Hey, by the way, we still got mosquitoes too. Here's one. And there's another one. Oh, bumped a branch. There we go. A little bitty tomato. Sometimes I drop a few. I try not to. But look at this, growing way up into the top of the lattice right up there. Can you believe it? It's like double wow, you know. Let's see what I can get over here. Because I saw a tomato, but it was just out of reach. And look at that. That's what I saw. That's the tomato I saw. It's ripe on one end. It's ripe on one end and green on the other. I don't know what causes that. I guess maybe lack of sunshine, or because it did have a lack of sunshine. Yeah. When I have this, I got this big pine tree in my backyard. It's casting shade on these plants. And of course, I had the shade screen over this arbor, and that was doing a number on it too. Oh look, I see some more right over here. Keep looking around different directions, going, huh? Maybe there'll be a tomato around the corner. It looks like there's not much on the back side of this, so let's see. Let's go around these tomatoes right here in front of me, and let's see what's on the back side. Some of these tomatoes are growing in, you know, a fence, like cattle fencing, and some of them are just held up with strings, which is, you know, whatever works. Oh, look at that tomato. I'm not going to be able to get that one through this. This is chicken wire. I'm going to go back inside and get that one. Wow, I missed it. Let's go back inside here. There it is. Hope the sun's not too bad right now. Too bright on the camera. That tomato was warm. A warm tomato. Alright, let's continue on over here. Oh, I see me another one. You might have to go through this several times to get all the tomatoes. Let's keep going. Oh, here's some more. I can get this one through the fencing. Yeah. There it goes. There's one more. I just love these blooms. I think it's great. Look at that. Nice fresh tomato blooms. They'll be cherry tomatoes soon. It looks like it paid off because I wanted tomatoes to grow this year more than the other plants. And I didn't think I was going to be very lucky at that, but it turned out well. As long as you keep them well watered, give them a little bit of shade, they can survive the desert heat. Oh, there's one. Let's see. Here's one right through the fence. All right. And you know what? I see one more, but I don't think I can get it through the fence. Nope. Can't do it, but here's another one. I can reach that one. I think. Maybe. I don't know if it'll stay there. Well, we just got us a cloud. We don't get many clouds out here. And I got a cloud. Yay. Cools things off some. It's too hot out here right now for October. It's never usually this hot. So I think it's time to take a closer look at the bean plants. And let's see here what we got. I'm not seeing any. I see some blooms. I see some of these onions. I think I'll snip those off, bring them inside, put them in my salad. Let's go over here because I know that's where the bean plants are. Here they are. I see beans. I see beans. Pick that one. I'll pick that one. There's some more. I'm sure of it. We pick the beans and we stick them in water, and we accumulate enough to where we can cook them and have them for a meal. I thought there were more. Yeah, there's one hiding down there in the dirt. And here's another one down here. I thought these bean plants were done because of the way the bugs and everything chewed them up, you know, birds and bugs. But I used neem oil. I think it's spelled N-E-E-M oil, and they came back. Oh, look at that bean, huh? Isn't that pretty? Ah, wish I could get them all to grow that big. That's a pretty one. Tender too, I'm sure. Here's another one. And another one down there in the soil. See some more down here. Don't want them laying in the soil. Nope. Now let's see. These could use a little more growing. A little bit bigger. I think I got the big ones on that one. Let's take a look. Oh, oh, here's some more. Look at that. They hide from you. Look at that one. Isn't that nice? Oh, here's another one. Oh, I'm missing these. I almost missed the best of the pick. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Very nice. If there's any beans over here. Let's see. I don't see any. There's a little bean. Need some more time. Oh, there's a big one. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to take it. See? Take it. I'll take it. There's another one. Well, I'm not wasting my time out here, am I? I actually got a pretty good harvest. It's been a couple days since I felt like I should get out. It's been in a lot of pain from that paw. What's this? Is that a tomato in there? Look at that. Hiding from me. Well, there's my bean plants. I think I got most of them. I'd like to say I got all the beans, but I'm not sure. You see any beans left? I think that's about it. Yeah. Look how big that leaf is. Isn't that big? What a beautiful leaf. Perfect leaf. Well, I think I've got all the tomatoes I'm going to get today. So the tomatoes are starting to yield really well, and the squash is kind of giving out. Okay, it's on its last leg, and the onions are strong. The chives are giving out for the season. The beans are making a comeback. The peppers are still going, and I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. As a matter of fact, I'm real happy just to be able to get out here and walk around. I'm glad I didn't hurt myself real bad. I could have. Didn't hit my head. So, didn't hit my head when I fell, just my back. Now over here, where we're heading for the Swiss chard. Okay, and as you can see, and I'm not going to take the covers off because I'm trying to keep the birds out. Okay, but they're doing good. The Swiss chard is doing good, and you're looking at the first planting right now of the Swiss chard. This was planted in spring. Okay, right here, and this is the second planting of the Swiss chard, and it is done. Well, I think I lost some squash, and no, I remember what it was, the lettuce. So I decided to put the Swiss chard in, and it was planted in July, and it doesn't seem to matter. It's coming out strong, so I'm pretty happy about that. I got a nut for a neighbor that likes to cut my oleanders and throw them over the fence, but I don't know, to each his own. It makes him happy to cut my plants. I put a fence up over here, but probably gets up on the ladder. I made a video about this, about bad neighbors. I guess he doesn't like oleanders. He doesn't like flowers. He's kind of a nuthead. But or he's a peeping Tom. He likes to peek through. That I do know is true. Likes to peek through, see what I'm doing over here. And he tries to do what I'm doing for some reason. If I put in a garden, he'll put in a garden. If I build an arbor, he'll build an arbor. So, but I think that's about it for the garden tour. And right now I'm just kind of hoping that the squash will yield, and I don't think hoping's going to do it. I think they've had it. But that's about it for this video. I'm going to go over here, because I came out here with this and had to bring this out just in case I wasn't flexible enough. Turned out I was able to pick the vegetables, and I wasn't sure I'd be able to. So I brought this out because I was just going to look. But here we go. Nice view of my garden. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And till next time, but this is my garden update, and it's October the 10th, and it's almost 90. Okay, it's a little under 87. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in a later video. Bye.